Hi, this is Jeff, and I'm going to make a straight through CAT5 wire. So first I better...
I might use that actually.
Where's the tool at?
You're shitting me.
Okay.
Oh! You have to take out the whole computer. You need to take out the whole computer.
Hi. Welcome back to Ross PC
Oh,
Workshop.
first I need to cut this
Cat5
wire.
cable. You'll need some Cat5 cable.
Let's give it some
You'll
slack.
need some connector ends. And you'll need a tool like this to strip your wire and
Watch how you cut and cut, because you can cut straight into the wire and mess you up.
Cut our plastic off around our twisted wire. And we use this part here, crimp it down, turn it a couple times, and it cuts our plastic right off. Next thing you want to do is start separating your wire so you can put them into your connector
There we
end,
go.
like so.
Just like so.
You want to separate them all like this. And a good friend of mine, Darcy, said a good way to get them nice and straight is you take a tool and you can
Yeah, that
rub
works.
against it and it'll help straighten out them twists.
So first,
Like so, like that. And here I have a diagram for you of 5/16 cable. This is your straight through cable. And so one is
so it's
the orange, white,
so straight through
green,
is
white, blue, white, green,
white, green,
brown,
green,
brown. So
white, orange, blue, white, blue,
and you'll look at
orange,
your
brown.
diagram,
I mean
and
orange,
you will put your
white,
cable
brown,
in that
brown.
order. So one is always going to be your left hand
Maybe
side.
it's unusual straight through
So
wire.
orange, white, orange, green, white,
Forgot to separate all these.
blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. And you will do your best to hold these into place like so.
So we do it like this,
And you got to play with them and work on
and
them.
then
And then once you get them all to
green.
where you kind of like them, where they'll all stay where you want them, and see they'll adjust and you have to mess with them. Make sure they're in the correct order. You'll take your connector in and you'll approximate where you're going to have to cut them down to so that they'll go completely to the end of your
white,
as you can
orange.
see, you want your plastic to go in so far and your connector ends to go in all the way to the end. So you take that, you take your cutter tools, which I forgot to say
Blue.
about these two, and you cut them down where they're all
Let's try to twist this around
Same way.
here.
Yeah, you can play with something. I see two here.
and then now comes the fun part. You got to hold these correctly in place, just like the diagram shows. So orange, white, orange,
Yeah, so you can completely take that off.
orange, white, orange, green, white, orange, white, orange, green, white, blue,
Yeah.
blue, white,
And then
Green.
orange,
and brown, white, brown.
brown,
So
white.
then once you get these all into a nice, neat, fancy order, and you can hold them down fairly straight.
It's brown, white, brown.
It's kind of a pain, but the more you do, the better you get at it. And I like to play with them, get them nice and tight, or nice and loose so they can go in. And then you'll
Okay,
take your end.
that's how it's
Make sure one is just
supposed to
like
be.
Your plastic clip goes away from you, and you'll slide them
No,
down
I need to squish them down a bit so
into place,
they can stay placed.
making sure they stay in the exact order.
Cut these wires.
And they don't necessarily like to do that,
Yeah.
so you have to be somewhat forceful.
Sometimes this can be pretty hectic.
And then you'll slide them all down into place, making sure that your connectors are going correctly.
This one where you can separate the most.
Tell that they're going, if they're going to go correctly or not. So you'll get them into place, and they kind of messed up already, but you'll want to pull them back out and readjust until you get them in correctly. like they need to be,
Green.
like so.
White, orange.
Because I was going to say, I've read that. It's called the 90.
Blue.
So you'll get them down in there once you get them all correct, and then you want to make sure they're going all the way down to the end, because when you push, when you crimp it, these connectors are going to go down in and go right in to make a good connection. And once you get that connected correctly, you'll take this tool, and this goes down into this connection here. You'll push it into place, and then you'll crimp it down, and it'll put all the wires into place. I'm not going to show you how to do this today because it'll take a lot more time to get the wires nice and straight, and I don't want to waste my punch down. So that's how you make 568 be straight through cable. I hope that's been helpful. Have a nice day. All right.
Have a nice day.
Did that turn on all right?
Well, in this class, when we went over in last class, I talked extensively about looking up the white
Now
sheet.
I need to grab
So you would go and you find the white sheet, and the white sheet will show you exactly
have
what
one over here secure.
We can Google the exact model and white sheet and that.
All one.
So yeah,
Don't crimp them down there.
go see the
Alright. Okay. Act like you do. Now I just need to grab one out.
I know my shit.
There's one.
You know I'm not here all the time.
Just show them, but don't crimp it. Then you put this in like this.
Apparently we're supposed to poach the land from the land.
This could be hard to actually.
Hopefully it comes out clearer than the last one.
Yeah, and this is hard.
That looks better.
Yeah. Right. 1 and 2 crossing over 3 and 6.
I'm only going to make one end.
Yeah. One end's regular and the other end's crossing.
Okay.
Just lest I forget.
Did the video just explain?
Oh, thank you.
I'll put
Yeah.
it in.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Sure. I'm going to still show them, just in case. I'll make it quick. You all right? Stress?
No, my next.
This is big.
Started moving concrete.
Oh, man.
Hopefully I can get a real job.
That'd be nice. I'm hoping the same thing someday. Hello and welcome back to Rob's PC Workshop. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a crossover.
Sometimes you need to squish it down a bit.
Terminating tool. You'll need some wire clippers, cutters. You'll need connector ends, and you'll need a piece of wire. You want to cut this to the length you're going to need.
I really hate when these wires do
The
this.
shorter, the better. They can only go so long before they start not sending a clean signal. So first thing you're going to do, you take your terminators, and they have a wire stripper on them. We're going to strip our wire. So you'll put your wire into this end, and the cutter goes down so far. Make about 3 twists. Open up your terminator. And put your plastic off. Now that you got your plastic off, you're going to want to go ahead and start untwisting your wiring. And if you watch my first video on making straight through, you'll notice that one side of the crossover is the same. So that'll show you how to make straight through. And then the only difference is that your end crosses over. So when you go to your other end, you'll want to make sure you're following your crossover
This is
side.
absolutely will not go
You'll
in
take
there.
it'll go orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, white. Green, white, blue, white,
I think I cut a
blue,
little bit
green,
short.
brown, white, brown. So you do your best, get your wires nice and straight. I like to mess with them to get them go as straight as I can get them. And then you'll get them in order, tight as you can. And you'll take your connector and you'll measure out to make sure that it's going to fit in there correctly. See the plastic only going so far. So you measure it out like so. And you'll clip your ends to make sure that they're gonna go all the way to the very end of the
Squeeze,
RJ45
squeeze.
connector.
Just down.
And then you wanna make sure you're in the right order. So orange, white, orange, green, white, orange, white, orange, green, white,
And
blue,
then they
white.
just slide in. Like so.
Just go grab a clipping tool and talk about it.
Green, white,
Okay, and then
Green.
now we're going and going.
Here.
green, white, blue, green,
Don't
blue,
crimp.
green, brown, white.
Don't crimp it. Though. Just
And you can look this up on the internet.
And
It has
then
all
you
the
put this in here and
information. Decide you
then
wanna make it
squeeze
across
hard.
Exactly.
And then that's how you crimping and make it.
Order.
And
So we'll
then
get
that's a
our
straight through Cat5 cable.
Good as we can
Thanks.
in order, like so. You want to hold them down nice and tight.